So we started off with the tax lien properties, and that turned into pre-foreclosures, which is a great way to like get your first property. And one thing about the problem with pre-foreclosures is that people don't tell you that they're in pre-foreclosure because they're usually too embarrassed. People don't want to tell you that they're 6 months, 7 months, or so many that they're about to be evicted because in their head they're gonna come up with the money, and then they don't, and then they're foreclosed on. So pre-foreclosures, what you do is that it's called a subject to contract. You go in and you find out about, you might find out maybe, so the way that we usually found out is because one thing that people do is they'll go to a realtor when it's like almost too late. They're like, hey, I got 2 weeks to sell this house. You think you can have it? Can you do it? And realtors like, it's not, this ain't a 2 week, 3 week process. You got to find the buyer, and then you got to wait like 30 to 45, maybe sometimes 2 months till it closes. And by that time, you're gone. So we had some realtors will reach out to us after they found out the stuff that me and my brother were doing. And they were like, hey, this person they owe 6 months of back payments, and they're about to be pre-foreclosed in like 2 weeks. And so we had the money. We was able to go in and get them out. Now the benefit for them giving up their property or whatever is that now they don't have the foreclosure on their credit. And then also they me and my brother, we do this. Most people don't do this because they're about to be I guess evicted either way, but we'll give them like some money just so to put them up for like a month to kind of get them on their feet, or depending on the situation, whatever. So now we own that property, but we usually try to find pre-foreclosures that maybe. Here's an example. So one of the pre-foreclosures, lady and her husband had the house for 10 years. They've been paying on it on time, blah, blah, blah. He passes away. He was the breadwinner. And so the money she just wasn't able to pay the bills. And the family wasn't able to help, or blah, 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 blah. And so she was in pre-foreclosure. The property, I'm not gonna say the exact number, so I'm just giving you a roundabout number. The property was worth $100,000. They paid down up to like 60,000, so it was like $40,000 in equity in that property, and it just needed some carpets, some repaint job, and all that other stuff. So we was able to buy the property, have her catch up. Now we're taking over the mortgage payments, so now the mortgage payments belong to us. And we was able to clean it up, fix it up, and sell that same property for like $130,000. So we made that money. And so that's how pre-foreclosures work. But you don't have to sell the property. And this happens in every state. You can find a house, like maybe you don't have the down amount, for example, in LA. LA's super expensive. So you find somebody that's in pre-foreclosure. Now they might be $20,000 behind on mortgage payments. No idea. You pay the $20,000 off, and all you do is pay the mortgage payments. And now that house belongs to you under this contract that you all have signed. So we started doing pre-foreclosure. Then it got to a point where I was like, John, let's stop doing residentials and let's get into the commercial world. That's where the real money's at, where we can start bringing in not just consistent income, but we can, the same money that we've been spending on homes, put it into a commercial building, and we can just utilize those spaces to do something where we can be bringing more. Like I said, this is going to be an event center. We're going to be able to host weddings and parties and seminars. And I plan on coming back once a month to do my comedy shows. So I'm doing all of this while I'm also traveling the world doing comedy. I was just out in Japan. I just did Korea. I'm going to be in Austin, and I'm going to be all over. That's just the life that I live. Comedy and real estate. And so that's kind of the long and hey, here we are, bro.